Hello students, very good morning, good afternoon and good evening. This is your new social science teacher. Many of you may be surprising seeing me. This is a new teacher coming to teach us social science. I am not a new teacher, but I have been teaching social science since last 15 years. I thought of giving a small class like this small videos and display you on the boards, okay. And today I am privileged, I am very happy to display one chapter on the board, chapter 5, the rise of empires. And this chapter or this subject matter is from class 7th, chapter 5, social science book, new book, that is exploring society, India and beyond. My dear children, to begin with the chapter 5, the rise of empire, the concept of the chapter. What is the meaning and concept of the chapter? What does this chapter is talking all about? This chapter is talking all about small kingdom and bigger kingdom and the big empire. How these kingdoms or small kingdoms grow into bigger kingdoms and thereafter a big empire. That we will be learning in the this chapter or in the introductory part. This is the concept of the chapter. How it begins. Typically or particularly speaking that this we will be talking about to Pataliputra or present as called Patna or Bihar. How the kingdom of Bihar or how the empire Bihar olden days it grew. That's what a detailed study we are going to do it. Okay, fine, my dear children. Coming to the point, here small case study is given. Case study is given. A science fictional study. Two friends, like an imaginary friends, Bhavishya and Dhruv. Two friends making a fictional time travel. Time travel means, see, they are going past time and trying to visit Bihar or Magadha or Patliputra. And while this Bhavishya and Durva go in time travel in science fiction, they go there and then meet a small girl called Ira from Patliputra. And the Patliputra, a big kingdom, may not be a big empire, but a big kingdom. Thereafter, Visha and Durba and Ira, they have a conversation between them, and Ira is talking, okay, most welcome to Patliputra. And this is a small kingdom. Our king is very powerful, and he keeps our kingdom safe from the enemies. Or Ira speaks to them that their king keeps under protection from the enemies. That's what Ira is communicating to Bhavishya and Dhruva. Then things goes on like that. That's that your chapter first page or first 1-2 pages it is given regarding the case study or a science fictional conversation between Ira and Bhavishya and Dhruv. That's all about the interactive part. And then meaning of an empire. Now what do you mean by the word empire? We have studied class 6, class 5, what is king, who is king, what is kingdom, and what is an empire. The meaning of the empire, the very word empire is derived. The very word empire is derived or coming from the Latin word imperium. Imperium, which means supreme power. Who is having the supreme power? That means sole power. The very powerful person. Who is that? The supreme or imperium, supreme power, a ruler, an emperor of the empire is the person who is having the supreme power over controlling everything concerning to that particular kingdom or an empire that we will be talking. Okay, my dear children, clear? The word empire is a Latin word which is deriving or which is derived from the Latin word imperium. The imperium means the supreme power. The ruler is called emperor, who is having power over his kingdom or his empire. Then what is tributaries? Small kings of the kingdoms. Small kings of the kingdoms. You know how these kings and kingdoms emerged or came into existence. We need to focus on this. My dear children and students, see, this when these small kingdoms began. First of all, people started living as a community of people and a village, and consisting of many villages becoming a bigger villages, or bigger villages becoming as like a small kingdom, and in that kingdom a village head can be also called a small king or petty king. And then the kings and kingdoms became independent, and definitely there is a rivalry between the one king to another king, one kingdom to another kingdom. That's what this tributary means, small kings and small kingdom. These small kings and kingdoms, they started fighting each other, and one who defeats and occupies the territory, he becomes very powerful, and then he tries to defeat other kingdoms, and he makes a bigger empire or it a big kingdom. The tributaries means small kingdoms or small kings coordinate with the supreme powerful ruler, who is the emperor of the empire, is called the tributary. That means small kingdoms connected with the empire is called tributaries. Okay. Then features of an empire. What is that features of an empire? You may be looking at the board, and I have written important points. When we say an empire, what does it mean? Empire or an empire. And important points. These are the points that that must be connected to the empire. Then only we can say rightly this is a big empire. First of all, keep under control, expand territories. An empire must keep under control of its all the accessories. Keep under control from other inimical works. That's this keeping under control of his kingdom. Expand territories. He must slowly expand, capturing one territory to the another territories, and then he must expand his territories. That is one of the features or important elements of the kingdom. Then design the administration with officials, taxes, laws and orders. Design the administration. What does it mean? Design the administration. So, in order to exist an empire, the empire must have a perfect administration quality. Portfolios being distributed, officials shall be appointed. In order to run smoothly an empire, there must be a kind of designing of administrative qualities and administration if official with officials, taxes and laws orders. Of course, in order to run an empire, one should have money, and he or she that empire must collect taxes. Taxes he must have collecting from the people in order to maintain the administrative activity of the empire. Then laws and order. He or she, the empire must, or the emperor must and should maintain laws and orders. When an empire exists, it should have perfect or laws and orders. If there is no laws and orders in the society, what happens, very well. Therefore, if an empire exists, then there should be perfect laws and orders established there. Make laws, make currency, make measurement systems, regulate trades. See, first point we'll discuss. Make laws. In order to maintain the administrative capacity of an empire, there must have been many laws and orders, and of course currency is designed. They should have perfect currency. Like Indian context, we have money, our currency, in order to maintain the countries. Make measurement system, perfect measurement system, that we have. You go to market and buy, give me 2 kgs of sugar, or give me 1 kgs of flour powder. Like that, a measuring system was also designed that time. Measuring system. And regulate their trades. Regulate trades. What does it mean? Regulate trades. So, in order to have perfect trading system, व्यापार करना है, business करना है, और business trading system also was increased. That's what the empire was having deal with another empire, or one country to another country, one kingdom to another country. A kind of trading system was increased. Control mining, forest and agricultural products. Control mining. See, in order to develop the empire, mining system also was developed. What is this control mining? Mining means, excavating the raw materials from the soil, from the earth, maybe aluminium, maybe iron, etc. The costly, the valuable mining products were also extracted. Forest and agriculture, proper flora and fauna was also taken care there. And agricultural, of course, agricultural products also was to be seen in the empire. What is that agriculture? Maybe perfect agriculture, cultivations aspect was highlighted more in the empire. That's why the agricultural products must be also looked after. Keep manpower, skilled workers. So, in order to flourish the empire, this emperor must keep manpower, skilled workers. Skilled worker means, see, the people those are there in the empire must be well trained, well educated, and they are skillful to work different works like craft work, like designing work, architectural work, and so on. That's where the good manpower was to be developed in the empire. Encourage art, literature, religion, education. So the features, another feature, important feature is, see, that encourage art. Art and craft work also was encouraged to have it in the empire. Then literature, perfect literacy work was also developed. Writing, reading, all books were also written. Religion, you see, some different religious people come together and live harmoniously. That also was looked after in the empire. Next, education. Education is another important element of the empire. Education, perfect education to the common citizens, common people, that also was highlighted. Maintain communication network, road and river. In order to develop, in order to flourish the empire, they maintain communication also. Communication, see, communication means, the roadways or waterways, communication should be perfectly constructed. Network system should be there. One kingdom to another kingdom to have a network facility to do business or any other communication works should be done. That was network, road and river communication. Of course, network means roadways, waterways and seaways, that can be highlighted here. Infrastructure for administration, trade, welfare to come. What is infrastructure? In order to exist this empire, there must be infrastructure, perfect go downs, perfect buildings, perfect office work, office buildings must be perfectly designed, and the office work must be designed. Law and order to be also maintained, and that is the infrastructure for administration. Trade welfare to come. So when there is perfect infrastructure, there will be trade welfare. Otherwise, there may not be a good trading system in the empire to exist. That's all about the features of an empire. You can even just look at the points and learn it by heart. Hope are you listening me perfectly? And writing down also some points in your notebooks. You may be opening your textbook also when you read this YouTube channel or listen to this YouTube channel, and many more things I will be updating. I noted over. I let me finish this chapter, half of the chapter, and next part in the next YouTube part channel you can watch it. This one next part of the chapter. Okay, then posterity generation to come. Though these things are done in order to keep for the next generation to come and see. Even today also we can see in our society these activities are being maintained, and the next generation is going to see all these activities. Even now what is happening in our countries, in the world, the presently, or this in this AI world, what is happening, then the next generation also must come and see and follow what is good, was going on in the society. That's what posterity generation to come, they must see and follow the perfect policy or tarika of doing or maintaining the empire or country, so to say, like that. Trade routes and guilds. What is trade? Of course, if there is trade, is there business? There is no business, there is no flourishing of the empire. There should be a perfect trading system. And trade routes, see, different routes are there. Routes means, we know India has a silk route to China for business sake, for trading, silk route. So different ways communication system must or should have developed that time. That's trade routes and guilds. What is guilds? Even the association of the traders or Veparis, they had a council, they had a group, and this group is the group of the traders are called guilds. That this word you may be confusing. Guilds. What is guild? A group of traders together having laws and orders concerning to the trading activities. A kind of group or council was built, that is called guild. Trade routes, even trade routes, we have China Silk Route, it is called, from India to China. A lot of goods like gold, silver, even spicy items were exchanged and taken and transported and imported. These activities were done. That's why the trade and trade routes and China Silk routes. In this way, we can understand the trading activity also was going on those days in 5th century. Self-organizing abilities. If empire exists, there must be self-organizing abilities. Yes, an emperor must have an ability to organize his kingdom, his empire perfectly in discipline order. That's what, my dear children, my dear students, you can watch this again and again, try to get it, and all the points and all the highlighted main points, keywords, you can even find out in the below given description box. You can check it and try to get it. And before I go to the next part of the chapter, I would like to request you, you need to please like it and share it also, this lecture or class that I am giving to your friends, and then don't forget to subscribe also. It could be nice from your part. I ask your favor. You can like it, share it, and then you can subscribe it. Thank you. Stay tuned. Bye bye.